Did you know that square dancing was used as a tool of white supremacy in the US? It's true. And who was the mastermind that wanted to convince the masses to do-si-do their way into total Aryan domination? Henry Ford. I'm Dara Starr Tucker, and this is The Breakdown. If you attended middle school in the United States as recently as the early 2000s, there's a good chance that your gym class strangely involved lessons in square dancing. What an odd thing to be teaching in school, right? Well, this is a tradition that goes back almost 100 years and is rooted in the fears that many white people had at the time of the supposedly corrupting influence of black music and dance in America, which supposedly was promoted by the Jews. Yeah. But Henry Ford, yes, that Henry Ford, had a solution for it all: square dancing.
To the center and back to your jeans. Now ladies to the center and you circle the lane.
Now, Henry Ford was a notorious anti-Semite. When the newspaper he owned, called the Dearborn Independent, was experiencing waning sales in the early 1920s, he published a series of pamphlets called The International Jew to promote his anti-Semitic ideas to increase circulation. When they were translated into German, Adolf Hitler became a big fan of Ford's. He kept a copy of The International Jew and a portrait of Ford in his office. Now, the 1920s and 30s would come to be known as the Jazz Age. Black American music and dance, rooted in jazz and blues, were exploding into America's white middle class. Many white Americans didn't really know what to do with the sounds that they were hearing. Kind of like rock and roll in the 50s or rap in the 80s. In a very short time, black American music had shifted popular music and dance expression from this to this. Henry Ford felt that jazz, with its driving rhythms and devilish blue notes, was contributing to America's moral decline. He called it monkey talk and jungle squeals. He had somehow gotten the idea that Jewish people were manipulating black people into creating this music to destroy white America so that Jewish people could take over as the dominant race. Ugh, I know, I'm just the messenger. Ford decided that the best way to stave off this corrupting influence was to promote what was then known as hillbilly music, later renamed country and western. He put a ton of money into sponsoring fiddling contests and square dances all over the country. He even got many school systems to incorporate square dancing into their curriculum. Henry Ford is a big part of why country music is so popular today. Because of this influence, many states to this day still call square dancing their official state dance. The irony of all of this is that American square dancing was significantly influenced by the legacy of slavery. Enslaved people were often the callers who prompted dancers to swing their partners round and round. This hadn't been a part of the art form before that. Black Americans also created and performed a lot of the music used in those dances. So, as fate would have it, Henry Ford's racism actually helped to spread the influence of black American music all around the world.